Hello, my dear friends. I welcome you to a new podcast with me, Gurish. In today's session, we're going to talk about yourself. Okay, I'm going to go through a set of categories. Okay, which will help you to understand yourself better. All right, and we're going to use a procedure called Vitals. Okay. And this procedure helps to actually break yourself down into different categories. Okay, for example, in Vitals, the V stands for values, the I stands for interest, the T stands for your temperament, the A stands for around the clock, how you tick. Okay, the L stands for your life mission or goals, and the S stands for your strength. So using Vitals, you can actually describe yourself in a better way. And why do you need to know who you are? Because deep inside of you, all your values, your interests, the way you're wired, so your temperament, all these things guide your actions. So if you've always been acting in a way without reflecting about how you act or without checking what are the kind of values I hold or what are the beliefs I have which guide these actions, if you've never done that, then you've just been executing without thinking, and maybe some of your actions cause yourself harm. So you've never actually found a way to know why you act like this. So if you don't know that, then you can't actually remedy the situation. You can't improve yourselves. So it's actually vital for you to know who you are as a person in terms of values, in terms of interests. Then if you see that there are certain things which are destructive to your own self, then you can actually discard these things or work on them. All right. So we'll start with the first one. The first one is values. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to write down what are the values you hold on to. What kind of person are you? Okay. Are you someone who's caring? Are you someone who values health a lot? Do you focus on healthy eating or doing exercise every day? Is it something which is essential to you? Are you someone who focuses a lot on financial security? It's something which is important to you. Is it one of the values you hold? Is your family life important? Or are you someone who thinks family life is important? All right. You need to write these down. Do you value your friends a lot, or are your friends important? Or what are the things that bring value to you, which are important for you? You need to write these down. Okay? Because knowing your values will help you to keep moving even when things don't go well. For example, let's say if your friendships are really something which is valuable to you, you will make sure that you actually have the time to meet your friends when you have small breaks or between work and family life balance. Yeah, you'll actually find time to go to see your friends or be on a phone call or send a text. It's all linked to your values. What are the things which are important to you? All your actions are driven by this. Now, let's say friendships are not important for you. It's only your family, okay? And the other things are less important. Then you you won't give time to friendships if that's the case. So you really need to know what are the things which you value, okay? Because these guide your actions, all right? So that was the first category, values. The second one is interest, okay? So what are your hobbies and passions, okay? What do you like doing? What would you do? And when you do that thing, like time flies and you don't get tired. Okay, your hobby could be watching TV, could be an activity you do outdoor, could be camping, it could be playing music, it could be writing, it could be creating podcasts like I do. I do that for fun a lot because I like to spend my time like that. So what are the things which you do and you like spending time doing them? It could be doing paintwork, doing arts, okay, anything you really enjoy doing, okay? So these will be your interests, okay? And could be reading also. What are the things you pay attention to? What are the things you're curious about? Are you curious about life? What's the meaning of life? Are you curious about how the financial sector work in your country, or the economy of your country, or world economy, or wars? What are the things which passionate you? You have like a keen interest in, and you can read a lot on them or write on them, okay? So these will be your interests. So that's another aspect of yourself. The third one will be your temperament, okay? So as a person, are you introvert, or you extrovert, or you possessive, or you a detached kind of person, or you carefree, or do you care too much? So how do you describe yourself? You need to be really blunt when you actually do the exercise, so that you can actually see what kind of person you are. And as we do them, you can actually take two highlighters, and with one you highlight the things which are actually beneficial for you and your surroundings, and you would really like to keep in you. And you can actually highlight the ones which are detrimental to you. You could highlight them with a different color, so that these are things maybe we need to get rid of or throw away, okay, or work on them slowly. So these will be your temperament, okay? So that was for the T. So we've gone through values, V, we've gone through interests, I, we've gone through temperament, T. The next one is around the clock. So that's actually how you perform as an individual, okay? What's your routine? What works for your body? Like some people can get up early, and like the first 3 hours of their mornings, like the first three most creative hours which they have. But on the other hand, you have people who get up late, and they are like really creative during the night. When everything is quiet, they can actually put in a lot of effort and create something amazing after 11 p.m. I mean, it's just the way it works. So you need to really sit down and check what's your highest. When do you actually hit your peak? When is the time where you're mostly creative, where you can actually deliver and you're at your optimum? Okay, you can actually perform really well there. So you need to check how your body works. How do you tick? Okay, so that will be the A. Okay, around the clock. So how do you perform throughout the day? When's your best time? And once we have that, then you can actually maximize during that time interval, that time frame. Okay, so that was the A. The L would be your life mission and goals now. Now, if in your mind you actually know what's your life mission, it's like helping people, empowering people, like it is for me, or it's like creating a business and making money. Could be working around kids, because I mean, to you that's the most important thing. They're bringing out children, or being a great mother, or being a great dad. I don't know. You need to know yourself. I mean, what makes your life meaningful? Doing what? For me, it's teaching. All right. But for you, what's that thing? Is it helping the elderly? Is it helping? Is it the bringing of your children? Is it creating a business which will have an impact in your local town? What's the thing what's your life purpose? What makes you really get out of bed and actually go and do it? And if you have difficulty thinking about that, you can actually you go back in time and you think about the most meaningful events that happen in your life. Okay, and that may actually guide you to discover your real identity, like to discover your life purpose. For example, I can tell you about what happened to me when I was in high school. During lunchtime, I used to find immense joy and happiness helping my friends with mathematics. Okay, and they actually progressed so much. So that was the hint to me that I had to be a math teacher, right? Which I eventually became after graduating uni, and I became a math teacher. So that these were like the cues which were in my life, which helped me to know what was my real purpose. So even for you, if you had to go back in time, what was the most important thing? Okay, the most meaningful thing, because from that you could derive what's really your identity, what's your real life purpose. From that you can actually know that. So you need to go back in time and actually try to see what was the most meaningful thing which you live, because you may get ideas about what could be your real life purpose. Okay, just like I told you for me. And the last one, the S stands for strength. So what are your strengths? Is it public speaking? Is it that you're someone who has a very high work ethic? You can work for hours like a beast. Is it that you have a lot of patience? Is it that your communication skills with people is like to an amazing level? Is it conflict management? I mean, we all have strength. Is it that you're a great artist? Is it that you're very good with numbers, or you're really good with words? Can you write great pieces of work? So what are your strengths? Okay, you write those down also. And once you've actually done the full exercise with me, like I've talked, okay, you've written down the categories. And now I would like you to actually do the exercise by spending some time with it. If it doesn't come easily, you can do it a few times in the next few days. And keep writing as things come, and let this just flow as you keep writing. Okay, that will give you a good idea about who you are as an individual, and it will give you a very good idea about what are the things you really hold on to, what are the good things about you, and what are the not so good things we need to be aware. Like, for example, let's say you've written down that you get very angry at people easily. Then you know that it's something that could put you into a problem in life, because it will affect your relationships. If you are someone who gets angry easy, let's say you've written down that you're someone who's very possessive. Okay, once again, holding on to people too much will actually suffocate the other person. So you need to be careful about that. Let's say you've put down that you're someone who's extrovert. Let's say you're someone who is too much extrovert. That could be intimidating to other people. And once again, that may make people go away from you and not come close to you. So everything we've done today, if you actually put the effort in and you do them really well, like you pour your heart out and you do them, I think it will give you a very good idea of where you stand, and we can actually come up with an action plan about how we can move forward. Okay, so I think it comes at a really good time. It's like the first month of the year, and getting to know yourself better is what you should be doing. Okay, my dear friends, I was very happy to record that for you. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that it has been helpful also. Okay, see you very soon. Lots of love, Girish.